Good morning and welcome back to White Mountain Day here in White Mountain TV 16. And joining us here in the studio is Carolyn from Sunday River.
Thanks
How
for
are
having
you
me.
today?
I'm doing really well. It was great to wake up to some chilly weather this morning.
A very chilly weather. Very chilly weather, but a beautiful day. What a spectacular fall morning.
Yeah, absolutely. We came down 16 this morning, and just the views of Mount Washington were incredible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so a perfect day. I've been telling people they need to go outside, but they need to bring their TV with them so that they can.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about the Maine Brewfest.
Yes. So this is our second year doing the fall session. We had a fall and a spring session last year, and it's just a really great time. We bring in, this year will be 27 Maine breweries, all to the slopes of Sunday River. So it's a really fun time.
And so you were telling me there's a lot going on this weekend. It's not just you can come here between 5 and 6 p.m. No,
Right.
There's a lot going on.
So for anyone who wants to arrive Friday night, we are going to have a beer dinner up at the Peak Lodge. So that includes a lift ride up on the Chondola, which is a really fantastic experience on its own. And then, you have this 6-course dinner, and each course has a beer pairing with it. All of the beers provided by Shipyard Brewing. So the menu looks fantastic. There's some lobster in there. There's some braised pork. It really does look great. So that's awesome for Friday night. And that's with advanced reservations. So if anyone's interested, they should head to sundayriver.com to book.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is really like the main event of the Maine Brewfest. There's a connoisseurs hour. So that's, anyone who's really excited about a certain type of beer. It's good to get in there early. You get an hour of tasting. And the brewers are bringing in some small batch brews that won't be available for the whole event. Once they run out there, it's gone. So it's really a good, opportunity for somebody who's a really big beer lover to go in a little bit early. And then after that, the general tasting opens from 2 to 5. And, there'll be live music. And with 27 breweries, it's about 100 samples that people can kind of peruse and see what they want to try.
And are you limited, or you just can try them all?
You can try as many as you want. We do encourage people to drink responsibly and not get too carried away. But the glasses are only about this size, so it's just a little taste, see what you like, and then move on.
Absolutely. And I like the fact so you get a glass, and then you're reusing it, so it's not a whole bunch of plastic cups all over the place. So it's a great way to do that. And as you said, you have little rinsing stations, so you can cleanse your glass palate, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
As it were. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so this is the second annual.
Yep.
And now 27 breweries are coming. How many are there in Maine? Do you know off the top?
I don't know off the top of my head, but
it's amazing that there's even 27.
Yeah,
it's just so
I did
neat
read an article recently that Maine has one of the fastest growing number of breweries within the state. As compared to the population. So it really is kind of an interesting thing. And they're from all over the state. We have 2 right in Bethel, so it's great to see them. We have the Sunday River Brewing Company, and they'll be hosting a Kegs and Eggs breakfast on Sunday after the event, which should be a great time. But there's also a new brewery called Steam Mill Brewing Company. They're right in the center of town, and they just opened earlier this summer. So we're really excited to have them come on too.
What fun.
Yeah.
What fun. Yeah, I think New England, actually, the percentage of breweries just keeps climbing.
Absolutely.
And so many in Maine is just amazing.
Yeah.
You can just dot the coast probably with.
Definitely.
And there's a lot of brewery tours now going on.
Yep. And so the Portland Brew Bus will actually be up at the event too, which will be great. Just kind of giving people some details on how they can go and see all these breweries based out of Portland.
So now, do you have a favorite brewery yet, or are you going to wait till
I'm going to wait till the
Brewfest
event
to determine?
I do, so I did bring you some Foundation and some Mast Landing, but I'm really looking, seeing what else is out there, and hopefully going to find some nice IPAs. Those are my favorite.
I'm a Pilsner kind of guy, so it's always fun. But it's great now because it really has opened up the opportunities for different types of beer drinkers to be able to find the types that they like. And with 27 and with 100 samples, hopefully you'll be, if you can't find one with 100, then
you might not be a beer drinker.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this was wine. I mean, but with 100 samples, you're going to find something that you like. And what's great too with any type of event like this is you'll find that certain breweries have kind of a certain taste to them or a certain ring to them. I'll use that
Exactly.
term. And so you may like one brewery more than another one.
Exactly.
But then you also then have the variety. You may just say, okay, I only like the Pilsners from these 6 breweries or all the IPAs.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And the other nice thing too is we do bring in about 4 or 5 cideries too. So even if you're not a beer drinker, if you like a hard cider because it's a little bit more palatable,
Yeah.
there's plenty of options for
that's
that
great.
too. Yeah.
That's great. So what's the best way for people to get all the information?
They should go to either sundayriver.com or mainbrewfest.com. That's mebrewfest.com. So each has all of the information you need.
Terrific.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to do it. And now, and the dates and times?
So it will start Friday night's event at the Peak Lodge will be at 6:45. That's the 14th. And then on the 15th, the Connoisseurs Hour starts at 1 p.m. The general tasting starts at 2. That's also when the live music will start. And then the Kegs and Eggs breakfast on Sunday, the 16th, will be at 10 a.m.
And I'm sure there's some great lodging over there too if you want to
There is.
be hanging out for the weekend.
Yeah, whether you stay on mountain or in town, the nice thing about staying on mountain is that we do have a free shuttle so you can get to and from the event safely and
Great.
without having to worry about driving. And yeah, if you buy your tickets online in advance, you save a little bit of money too, and that's the only way to get the Connoisseurs ticket. We can't buy that day of, so.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds great. Well, thanks so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
And we look forward to hearing the results after you after you go through. You don't have to try all 100.
I won't, don't worry.
Okay, 99 of them. No. Well, Caroline, thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you, Rob.
And I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely.
And we're back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.